We all look up to someone, whether that's an athlete, a family member, a singer. We listen when they talk, we trust their judgment, and we tend to some extent to follow their footsteps. These people can be seen as role models, and these influential people in your life can hold unconscious power over you. This is, however, not necessarily a bad thing. Having someone in your life you can look up to can be a great thing both for you and for them. But why am I saying all this? Well, because I used this exact strategy to grow my business, Vetted. And my goal with this video is to explain to you how I did it and how you can try and use it too for your own businesses. Personal brands are so important, and I truly believe that if you're starting a business without a personal brand, things can become 10 times harder. So let me take you back to what I did, and hopefully you can take some insights from this video to apply to your own businesses. I've been doing SEO for a while now, and in the first years I never actually dabbled in producing content or even building a personal brand. It was only about 2 or 3 years ago that I decided to start a personal brand in the SEO space. And I was by no means consistent. I posted whenever I wanted. And one of the main things about building a personal brand and people's trust is consistency. Consistency is key. But eventually I managed to grow a small personal brand in the SEO space. It was, and it still is, somewhat very small, but it did help me a lot. And that was simply because a small group of people followed me on YouTube. On Facebook, I also had and still have an email list. And it was through the building of this small brand that I managed to get my business vetted to where it's at right now. And I'm certain that without this personal brand, even though it is small, vetted and the business wouldn't be where they are today, because I'd have zero influence in the space. So I'd have no people to drive traffic to the business that I just started. So having a personal brand makes it so when you start a business, you don't start from zero. You start from up here. You start way ahead of the competition. Now, it's not just the size of the brand, but it's the loyalty of the people. Because you can have 30,000 people, but if the engagement is low, if people don't really trust you, if people are not loyal to you, a personal brand that has a following of maybe 1,000 people, but has 500 loyal followers is much more valuable. And creating loyalty isn't easy, because you cannot buy loyalty. Loyalty is only created through time. And the biggest secret I found to create loyalty and build loyalty, which sounds kind of cliche, but it is the truth, there's no tactic, there's no hidden trick, is just simply be yourself. That's it, because you cannot fake being you. So you also won't have fake people following you, so the loyalty levels on the brand you're creating will be much higher. For me, being me, it's simply just being super transparent and upfront. That's why I share the money we make, the numbers, that's why I share behind the scenes. It's basically why I document the whole process and don't hide anything from you. Because I truly believe that if you share every single thing you do and don't hide anything from anyone, people will eventually connect with you and you'll start building this trust around yourself. And of course, being yourself makes it so some people won't like you. But this is good because you're weeding out all the people that don't like your content and don't like your personality, and only connecting with the people that do like you for who you really are. And this is what builds loyalty in your personal brand. The key here is to simply put yourself out there. Just start, pick up the phone and hit record. The first video will suck, the second one will suck as well. Maybe even the 10 first videos you'll record will suck. But it's all about consistency and iterating, right? You learn from the mistakes. Again, super cliche, but it's cliche for a reason, because that's how it works. And my best advice to you is don't overthink it. Just do it, just get going, just record the videos and just start. Trust the process, because you'll improve as you go. And that's basically my 2 cents on why you should grow a personal brand and why it can be so valuable if you're starting a business. Because you can, of course, create a successful business in the shadows without a personal brand. But if you do have a personal brand, things become 10x easier. Because people trust you, you've built this loyalty, and anything you do, your so-called tribe will follow along and support you in your new endeavor. If you like this sort of videos, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to push for this more higher-end, valuable content, not just the founder updates, which I'll still do, of course. And that's it. Thank you so much for following along. I'll see you next week with another one. Cheers.